I was talking to one of my friends. His name was Dawood, and we were talking about life experience. I asked him a question because I respect him. How do you gain life experience? Because this guy is older than me, he had a lot of stories about getting injured, about crazy exes, and I found it very interesting. I wanted to have a vibrant story like he did, and I asked him, how do you have that? How can I get that? And we were talking about it for a bit, and he was giving me this speech. And it was basically things I already knew. He told me about how gaining life experience is about doing what you want. You really just need to follow, I guess I'll tell you the term I use, follow your social compass. You need to go out into the world and you need to just do what you want to. If you go to a shop and there's some cute girl you want to talk to her. Because it's always going to develop into some level of story, even if it's a small one. Maybe you talk to her and she gives you some very rude comeback to what you said. And now you've learned a lesson about how sometimes you'll approach somebody and they'll just be oddly rude. Or maybe it'll blossom into a really nice relationship. You never know. Every single thing you do, every action you do in the real world, it can always burgeon into a story. But the thing is, most people don't even live in the real world. They live on their phones, they stay inside all of the time, they go to work for 8 hours, exhausted, rather than going out, rather than doing something, rather than working. They lay on the couch, put on some football, some TV, and then sit there until it's late at night and they go back to sleep, and now they wake up sleep deprived and the cycle repeats. That's why most people don't have any life experience. If I were to ask you, what stories do you have? What interesting thing has happened to you within the last month? Most likely you won't have anything to say to me. How boring is that? You've lived an entire month of your life. You have nothing to show for it. No stories, no progression, no advancements, nothing. And you probably just don't live life enough. That's why you don't go outside, you don't do interesting things. And that's why you don't have any stories. And we were talking about this. And there was so much passion, so much fervent passion in his voice. Suddenly, things just clicked for me. Immediately after hearing that, and it's weird because this was advice I already knew. Immediately after hearing that, kind of like a refresher, I immediately became more social afterwards. It was a huge increase, a notable increase. And it's weird. There will be a specific format of advice, specific words that need to be said in a specific order, with a specific tonality and voice and passion, that when you hear it like that, immediately, at least for me, things will just click into place and you'll just have this huge epitome out of nowhere. And it doesn't even need to be new advice, it just needs to be in some sort of format that works for you. Some sort of mentor, someone you respect, I'd assume the best case for this would be real life, talking to each other. And now, I don't know if you'll ever find this, maybe you won't, because of course these videos will help you socialize. Maybe you'll hear a video that makes everything click, and even if you don't, you'll still learn to socialize if you take the action. But I find, at least for me, that there's just some sort of consumable format that you can just take and immediately it just changes everything. And I don't know what that is for you. It could be different for everyone. So in order to find this format, in order to find this way of absorbing information that just makes everything fall into place, you need to digest a lot of information. You need to try and watch videos. You can watch my videos, and that's one thing. But that's not the only thing, and this is kind of weird in terms of marketing. I shouldn't be telling you to do anything else, but you can read books. I personally don't read books that much. I don't like them too much, but they certainly are something that work. You can talk to in real life friends about it. Maybe that'll be the thing that just makes everything click. You can, watch podcasts. Go on calls with people. And speaking of calls, if you want to talk to me directly, one-on-one, then you can check out the top link in the description, the Social Protocol. There are weekly calls in it where you can literally talk to me. And of course, there's also other things. There's a community of people who are like-minded, exactly like you, trying to improve their lives, trying to become more social, etc. And there's also courses that get you from level 0 of social skills, where you can't talk to anyone, to level 2, where you can talk to anyone, level 3, where you can talk to anyone at any time, no matter what. I'm telling you, bro, there is some sort of format of content, some sort of advice that you can hear that just changes everything. And you don't need this, I'm telling you. You don't need it. You can watch these videos, you can implement the advice and immediately become better at talking to people. But I find that this is just like an exponential bonus, and I think it's drastically important to figure out what this content is. So if you truly care about being social, if it's really something so fervently important to you, you're determined to get better, then try. Absorb different formats of content. Read different books. Try different things. Join the Social Protocol. It costs less than a Domino's pizza. And if you've never had a Domino's pizza, bro, they are pretty good. I mean, I don't condone eating bad foods now, but still, every now and then, try it. Remember, consistency is over a lifetime. Bye-bye.